day the Lord has made, so let us rejoice and be glad in it. I am Pastor Marianne Kellenbach, pastor at Living Faith Church, which is located in the community of tradition in the city of Port St. Lucie in the state of Florida. And today is Friday, October the 29th in the year 2021. We've been focusing this week on the parable of the man who is going away on a trip and entrusts to his servants, his stewards, portions of his possessions. And remember, we're talking about this word entrust. We may say he gave it to them, but he gave it to them that they would have responsibility over it, not that it was theirs not to be returned. And on Wednesday, I talked a little bit about how when I would babysit or care for other people's children over a period of days, how I say the house is yours, the car is yours, the kids are yours, but they're not mine. It was entrusted with these children and the house and the car while the owner, the true owner, the parents were away. And so we're reminded of that. Let's continue on with this parable. And here now we will have an opportunity to find out what they did with it. So again, the kingdom of heaven is like a man who was going to another place for a visit. Before he left, he called for his servants and told them to take care of his things while he was gone. He gave one servant 5 bags of gold, another servant 2 bags of gold, and a third servant 1 bag of gold, to each one as much as he could handle. I love that. Then he left. The servant who got 5 bags went quickly to invest the money and earned 5 more bags. In the same way, the servant who had 2 bags invested them and earned 2 more. But the servant who got 1 bag went out and dug a hole in the ground and hid the master's money. All 3 of them were entrusted with some portion of this man's wealth or his possessions or the things that he owned. Each one of them was given a different amount, and each one of them did something different with it. So we know that the one that was given the 5 bags went out and was able to double that, and there were 10 bags. And the one who was given 2 doubled it, and there were 2. And the one who was given the 1 didn't do anything wrong when you think about it, but wasn't as wise as the other ones. He hid it. He hid his master's money. And when the master came back, the master was absolutely thrilled with what the first steward had done with the money. He doubled the money. He doubled the money, which meant that there were more people that this man could care for. Because remember, we not only have responsibility for ourselves, but this man had responsibility also for others. And so now there was even more that could be used to care for others. And the same for the person, the steward that had the 2 bags. But the one that had the 1, at least, the master said, you could have at least placed it or put it in the bank where it could have earned some money so that there would be more. This is a reminder to us that the owner had responsibility not only for himself, but he had responsibility for others. And so while what was given to the steward was so well cared for, that there was even greater possessions, greater wealth when the owner came back. And yet the steward still knew this was not his. This still belonged to the owner, and the owner used it for the care of others. Chick Lane writes in his book, Reflections on Faith and Finance, a powerful reminder. The steward manages the possessions of the owner, both for the benefit of the owner and for the benefit of other people who depend on the owner for their well-being. And that's exactly what we do. We manage the possessions that have been given to us as stewards for the sake of not only God, but for us, part of the creation, as well as all others. So Chick also writes this, which I really like and would like to share this with you as we close out this week. When you see God as the source and you see yourself as the steward of all that is under your care, then your life possessions can truly lead to your growth in faith and discipleship. I'm going to read that again. When you see God as the source and you see yourself as the steward of all that is under your care, then your life possessions can truly lead to your growth in faith and discipleship. What a wonderful partnership, he writes. You and God working together so God's possessions might lead to joy for you and benefit to those you encounter as you journey through this life. That's what I'm going to leave you with, because I don't think I could say it any better than what Chick had said. So here's what I say. What a wonderful partnership. You are God's partner. You are God's partner. Go out on this day. Work together with God. The possessions that God has entrusted to you so that you may have joy, and that those around you that you journey with along the way may also have joy in the Lord. Blessings, and I will see you tomorrow.